Hi guys, so I'm back with a sort of breaking news video concerning the world of WWE. So I've just learned recently in the last 10-15 minutes, very tragic news, that Hulk Hogan has very sadly passed away at the age of 71. Fucking hell. This is a big one, big shocker. Hulk Hogan was one of the biggest legends in WWE history. And I know the last 10, 12 years, there's been lots of, obviously, all the controversy surrounding like sexist and racist remarks that he's made, and he's like soured him and like eyes of the fans. His last appearance on Raw was that he got booed out of the arena, and I know even a lot of wrestlers like Hulk Hogan. But as a wrestler, he was one of the greats. His run in the 80s, he was literally the face of the company in the 80s. 8 WrestleMania main events, 6 world titles in WWE. I think he went on to hold more in WCW as well. Of course, in the 90s, WCW, forming the NWO. what a faction they were. And then he came back in the noughties and had, the noughties, yeah. And he had that iconic match with The Rock, didn't he, at WrestleMania 18. And he's just made like lots of legend appearances and legend spots ever since then. Of course, he had a little title run, didn't he? Was it 2003 when he beat Triple H? So he came back and had one last big world title reign. So this is a massive shock, man. I know he did have health issues. I believe he was coming back from an operation, I believe. I think he had a heart attack at home. Just it's very sad to hear. I have heard a lot of stories about how Hulk Hogan was in the 80s and 90s. Like he had full creative control over his matches, etc. And like if he didn't want to put someone over, he wouldn't, etc. Like he had a big ego, and apparently he was quite hard to deal with back then. So this is all rumors and stuff I've heard from a lot of other wrestling fans and like some documentaries, etc. And obviously, like I said, there was the racist tape incident. Was it 2012, something like that, and that got him fired. Then he did make a bit of a comeback. When he came out and he hosted WrestleMania 37 with with Titus O'Neil. But yeah, on the whole, like I said, as a wrestler, he was a legend. He was one of the greats. The Andre the Giant Slam is forever goated in wrestling history. Like I've said, 8 WrestleMania main events. Some of the matches he had with Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, British Bulldog, Andre, King Kong Bundy, just to name a few. And like I said, that iconic WrestleMania 18 match with The Rock, which was just French kiss. So yeah, guys, what are your thoughts on this tragic news of the passing of Hulk Hogan? Yeah, it's just like, whenever a wrestler passes away, or someone quite famous that you idolise or really enjoyed their work passes away, it's like shell shock feelings that you can't quite process. You're like, what, they're dead? That he's passed away? It's like, what? It's like just shock, and you can't quite process it. Not very nice. Me and Callum love going as him on 2K games because of obviously the real American entrance, which is just iconic. I am a real American. Oh, what a theme. When he came back in the noughties, he had Voodoo Child with Jimi Hendrix. Oh, I remember my dad, I've shown my dad that because my dad's a massive Hendrix fan. So yeah, guys. So again, what are your thoughts on the tragic passing of Hulk Hogan at just 71? That's quite young. But it's very sad to hear. So yeah, guys, comment below, let me know. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. And I'll be back with Callum and Sab in a day or two. Well, yeah, in about 2 or 3 days, give or take, with our SummerSlam predictions. Yeah, thanks, guys.